Well, hello. Welcome, welcome. My name is Heather. Welcome to Confidence Through Cabaret. We are so glad that you're here. And today is Mastermind Monday, which is the day that we launch a new masterclass on our wonderful website, which is www.confidencethroughcabaret.com. And today we are so excited to be featuring Mia Costco, who is sharing some amazing wisdom around greater truth and playfulness and wisdom. And we absolutely loved filming this masterclass with Mia because there's a lot of fear that comes into, am I the right age? Am I too old? Am I too young? Should I be doing what I want to be doing? And it's really about exploring our greater truth no matter what. We've talked a lot on this YouTube channel about alignment, and really there are some subjects that aren't spoken about. I know, for example, for me in joining Cabaret, it was a lot about, everybody around me is a lot younger. Is this really something that I should be doing? Is this something that a woman of a certain age or a person of a certain age should be, starting and diving into? But there are sometimes other ways that we can feel uncomfortable. For example, when I was younger, I always felt like I didn't know enough, or I did know enough. I knew enough, but I didn't feel like I would have the credibility because I'm of a certain age, I'm too young. I was a training manager for a major airline in my 20s. So I had a lot of, I guess you'd call it imposter syndrome, around the men that I worked with saying, you don't know enough, how could you possibly know? And one of the things that I learned, and I have said many times, maybe not here on our video channel, but one of the things that stuck with me about that time was something a line manager said to me. It was actually a vice president who I reported to. He said, you know what, Heather, don't worry about age. Don't worry about the experience, because there are many people here who have 30 years experience, but they don't. They have 1 year experience 30 times. And I had a significant amount of experience to share to be able to manage the training function, which is why I had the job. And again, like I say, when I went to Cabaret, I thought, should I really be doing this? Is this something that women my age, would be starting? And what I've learned, and what Mia talks to us about in this wonderful masterclass, is about embracing our joy and sharing our wisdom, however much, whatever that is, but living life without fear and living life around our self-belief. And that happens at any age. Some of us come to it at different times. And I know Mia was aligned with us talking about, not having limitations by our age. So we've always said at Confidence Through Cabaret that we're about defining our brand from a point of view of age, as in of a certain age. So somebody who is ready to build confidence, somebody who's ready to extend the confidence out beyond their personal life, maybe into their work life, or beyond their work life, maybe into a stage life of some sort, whether that's your online stage or an actual stage. And sometimes brand experts will talk about, you need to define your brand. So it needs to be for women who drive a certain car, who fit this much income, who are maybe 25 to 28, and so on. And we've never really subscribed to that, because you come into that age and that wisdom at your own pace. So when we talked to Mia, she talked about the Benjamin Button mindset, and we absolutely loved it. So let's have a listen to the clip where Mia's sharing with us the mindset of Benjamin Button.
The Benjamin Button effect is actually like what we want to be cultivating now. So it's like, yes, you want to think with wisdom when you're young, and you want to think with playfulness when you're older. Whatever your conceptions of younger and older are too. It's like, I'm in my 20s, to be quite frank. And I used to actually have that, I used to actually not tell people my age on purpose. no matter who it was, like an interviewer or a date or whatever. And I would purposely not tell my age. Like, I just avoid the question. Now I actually say it, and I try not to say it with pride, and I try not to say it with insecurity, and I just try to say it because for me, it's like the weather, right? It's like, it's not really significant. I'm still going to live my life. But it's like, I'm in my 20s, and what I do when I when young girls actually come to me to want me to mentor them is I actually say to them, like, if you can cultivate inner beauty the youngest you can, like, you are doing so much better than most of your peers. Like, if you cultivate that inner beauty, that inner wisdom, you will shine forever.
So starting over can happen at any time. And I loved it when Mia expressed, when you're younger, think with wisdom. What wisdom do you have? Because sometimes we're not afforded that. And also when we're older, think with playfulness. I love that Mia shared that with us, but I've always played with playfulness, and that's always come across in different ways. So for example, when I was younger, it maybe came across as less mature, and now I'm older, it comes across as a little bit crazy. But you know what? We are all doing our best, and we all should be living by our values, and we should all be aligned, and we deserve that. And so when we think about doing things regardless of fear, we can achieve anything. And that's really the message of this masterclass. And I'm so thrilled to have that masterclass up on our website. It's such an honor to be able to interview different people with various expertise and various backgrounds and various messages that all align to us building our confidence, either in our personal life, our work life, or our stage life. And we work very hard to find the right people to be able to share their messages that aligns with that message of confidence. And we develop workbooks, which we share on our website, and we develop social media such as this to share with you and to be able to just give you like a little snippet of what's in the masterclass on Mondays. And for January, we've been sharing masterclasses every week. And this week, it kind of informs our theme for the week, which is about starting over. And that isn't limited to any specific age. And we're seeing now with the online world, lots of people starting podcasts or businesses or communities and on social media that are all about sharing whatever their message, whatever their learnings are. And I would encourage you to find whatever your stage is. This is very much about you finding your alignment and your stage. And so the how to do that comes later, but just really reflect and spend some time with yourself and consider, what is my key learning? What are the messages that I want to share with the world? And you know what happens when we share is that we end up learning it a lot more. So I always say, when I'm working with a client, I always say to people in a conference, you've learned something today, now go and teach somebody else. Because in doing that, you learn so much more. You get so much more insight and richness out of the subject. And you're helping someone else to learn and develop and grow. And that's really what it's all about, isn't it? It also means that we push ourselves out of our boundaries, not boundaries, actually, but we push ourselves out of the little kind of box that we can maybe keep ourselves in. And at Confidence Through Cabaret, we are all about expansive. We're all about owning our space and taking up space that we deserve to. Everybody has a message. Everybody has something to share. And we are so pleased that you are here with us and following along. So what have we got in store for this week? So we have our masterclass launch today. That's Monday, all about starting over and all about, you can do anything that you want to do. And then on Tuesday, as usual, we'll be getting personal and we'll be talking about personal lives. And we'll be sharing, kind of starting over in a slightly different context. And then on Wednesday, we have a wonderful podcast where we'll be sharing an interview that we did with some friends of our community and how they started over. actual business professionals and how they started over. And then on Thursday, we'll talk about your own work life and developing these tools that we've been talking about through the week in terms of you being able to engage and employ them. And then Fridays is all about focus on you. So Fridays is all about you feeling good, going into the weekend, reminding you to take some time to reflect and just some time, unscheduled time even, just for you. Even if it's 30 minutes, just taking some time for you. And I know that that's really easy to get really busy. I've done that a lot of times over the years. And I found that I lost sight of myself a little bit because, actually a lot, because I wasn't honoring that time for myself. I was just filling up the time with busy things. And right now, where we're all in some form of restricted movement, or most of us are in some form of restricted movement thanks to COVID, we're able to have a new beginning of reflection time. So today, have a look at the masterclass on our website, www.confidencethroughcabaret.com. Have a look at our discussion about the masterclass, which will be on our Facebook community, which is also Confidence Through Cabaret, and share with us your insights and share with us what it is that you feel truly aligned to be doing and that you might be limiting yourself by not diving in and really just giving it a shot. You haven't got anything to lose and you have everything to gain. And I know that that sounds like a truism because a lot of people say that, but it is so important for our growth. And it is so important for our confidence, which is what we're all about at Confidence Through Cabaret. So if you have a look at the masterclass, follow the workbook. There's some great content for you to reflect on. And then have a listen to the podcast on Wednesday. Join us in our social media. We're on all social medias as Confidence Through Cabaret, except for Twitter, where we are at YBYWYS. And that is because we like to remind you in every chance we get that it is your body, it's your world, and it's your stage. Enjoy it. Own it. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll be talking about starting over and our own personal growth. Share with us your comments, like and subscribe. We love having you here, and we are so excited to being able to share more content and so honored to being able to share this masterclass. Check it out on the website. Thanks again.